Good morning. We have begun a new series talking about virtues, specifically focused on the great triad of virtues, faith, hope, and love. Now, we looked at 1 Corinthians 13, where that triad is mentioned. Now abides faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. And I want to jump to a text this morning that's an important foundational text to show us where faith, hope, and love find their greatest development. So, Hebrews 10, 22 through 25. I'm going to read the whole text for you. Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith. Remember that. With our hearts sprinkled clean from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works. Verse 25, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another all the more as you see the day drawing near. Now, in reading that, you see faith in verse 22, hope in verse 23, love in verse 24. They get wrapped up in the idea of not neglecting to meet together as the habit of some is. You're to have faith, you're to have hope, you're to have love. Now, in Greek, these are subjunctive verbal ideas. So it has this, let us do this, let us do this, let us do this. And the first let us has to do with having faith. The second has to do with having hope. The second has to do with having love. Then it has a participle that's bringing those together to show the location, the context where those manifest in with the most consistency, and that brings those subjunctives together. And that is the local gathering, the local assembly. So let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope, and let us consider how to stir one another up to love and good works. You want to develop faith, you want to develop hope, you want to develop love, where do you do it? You do it by not neglecting, verse 25, to meet together as the habit of some had become, but encouraging one another. And all the more as you see the day drawing near. In other words, you invest in community. You invest in church. You invest in your local community so that you can thrive in faith, hope, and love. The author of Hebrews is pointing this out to us, and I wanted to get us there early in this discussion of virtues as we look at faith specifically, and then as we look at hope, and as we look at love, so that we can understand them and really begin to develop them as best we can. So I encourage you, plug into your local church, get involved in ministry, get involved in the life of it, so that you can develop the muscles of faith, the muscles of hope, and the muscles of love to the glory of God. May the Lord bless you today.